As I do my own investigation on these Dome City that is located in Dundas Town, you could look at the foundation and see that the wind can easily get up under these things, and they're using 2x4. They're using 2x4 rather than 4x4, so that's weaken the structure of them. And it takes these guys a day to put these things up with no love. Just get them down there. You can see that they're not placed in the ground properly. The cement is not around them. But this is what Minister Henfield has prepared for the residents of Dundas Town. Something is better than nothing. I still can't figure out why they're putting it right in the middle of the foundation, but that's their call. I would have tried to put it on the side. But some of these people would be in some of these forever. There's no thing as temporary domes. But why do it cheaply with 2x4 rather than 4x4? They just want to collect that money. Hurricane come, hold on, you're on your own. Simple. That's the F&M government. As you can see, all the perimeter of Dundas Town, these domes are popping up daily. It only take these guys one day to wreck them. And hurricane or tropical storm, we'll see what happens in a tropical storm. See what remains of them on Sunday. Right over here, I call this Dome City. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess, like you say, something is better than nothing. But could they survive? Could they survive a hurricane or a tropical storm? Time will tell. The storm is brewing and the domes are being bathed. That's Abaco for you, baby. Look how high this one is off the ground here. This one definitely will fly. This one definitely will fly like a saucer. And boy, are these boys working. They're working diligently to collect this money and to leave Abaco. They just want to put them down and get the hell out of town. Somebody may get in the ruckus, but I'm not being critical, because something is better than nothing. But I don't want nothing. I want something. And I still believe the kind of money that the government is spending on 173 domes, they could go there in America, duty-free, and get bundles of shingles, bundles of plywood, bundles of 4x4, 2x6, not 2x2, and put this structure on. So it's interesting to see. This is a small little test coming up this weekend to see what happened in these domes. But as you can see, there's no poles are just being erected. We're up on another tropical storm. Today is the 29th day of May 2020, and all the government can brag about after hurricane. That's all they could brag about. That's the government bragging rights right there. That's gonna get Darren Henfield elected. That's all they're talking about right there is domes. When they can't restore electricity, can't put the wires on the pole in some 10 months, as I do a drive-by through my town of Dundas Town. We're beginning to look like Eskimos in Dundas Town. And these guys are working fast. This is what happened in a couple hours. They build them in a couple hours. Right there. Dome City, right next to Mother Mills. I just well put one of them there. Let's run Mother Mills restaurant at one of them. But we're here 11 months later, and we can't get wires. Can't get wires on the pole. in a tropical storm 2 days away. That's what you get from a government that promised that this time it would be all about the people. And that one is kind of mind-boggling to me, you know. Everybody knows a storm is coming, and these guys are taking 3 to 4 hours to put up these domes. So if you could put them up in 2 to 3 hours, it ain't take much for them to get blown down. But my thing is that I would have thought that somebody from Ministry of Works, one of those guys would have been around and checking if you're gonna put behemoths in these things. Shouldn't somebody from Ministry of Works have checked all over? And I'm not saying one person from Ministry of Works, government official, that allowed these guys to put these structure on a 2x2 rather than a 4x4. And you would think that Darren Henfield would have tell them, say, look here, hold off on those domes until after the storm passes. But somebody tell them, man, look here, you all better try hurry up so these people can have somewhere to go, because definitely we don't have no storm shelter. But you're gonna put somebody, Bahamian people, in something that could cost their life? Well, that's F&M, baby. One of the most worthlessest government we ever seen, or the most worthlessest government in the history of this country. Borrowed more money than Pinlin, Hubert Ingram, Perry Christie combined. You imagine that? And nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing, and they're still borrowing. And all we can get after moving away from near death is Dome City. Dome City means that we are definitely doomed by this weightless, useless F&M government. And the worst prime minister in the history of the Bahamas, and indeed the Caribbean. You don't deserve the government that you vote for, but you voted for them. You're live right here on WCAY as the Dome City continues.